Good morning everybody from a not so sunny Florida this morning. Hope you're keeping well, keeping safe, staying indoors if you can. As you can see, it's a bit rainy. We've actually had a thunderstorm for the past hour and a half here this morning, and that's just Florida life. So not so much to get through this morning, not like yesterday when there was a pile of stuff. So we're going to look at the normal US cases first, then Florida cases. Then we're going to look at a new thing, which is a heat map of states and where they are on their journey of getting to peak, or whether they've passed peak. We've then got Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence, talking about which states have actually got formal reopening plans. We're looking at the effect of heat and humidity on the virus that was presented yesterday at the White House briefing. We've got Georgia's reopening, somewhat controversial reopening, and Donald Trump's thoughts on that. And then we're looking at more on the Orange County reopening and a bit of a timeline actually on that and when the theme parks or the resorts may open as well. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is mostly a daily occurrence now, these videos. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll get the news as it kind of happens on the morning. So let's go to the news and I'll be back with my thoughts as usual. New cases in the US yesterday was 31,900. which is up from 30,210 on Wednesday. On Tuesday we had 26,105. For Florida yesterday we had 889 cases, which is up from 741 on Wednesday, and then on Tuesday we had 912. That spike was highlighted in this report, and it comes as Florida remains under a stay-at-home order until April the 30th. We haven't heard yet whether Governor DeSantis is going to extend that stay-at-home order. I came across this chart yesterday which seems to undermine the President's assertion that the US has flattened the curve. The states in pink are the interesting ones. You can see by the legend here that it says met or tied a new high from April 15 to 22. So in the last week there are 19 states that met or tied a new high for daily cases. I don't know how often this chart is updated, but I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one now as well. At yesterday's White House press briefing, Vice President Mike Pence said that 16 states have released formal reopening plans. Among them are Missouri, Pennsylvania, Oregon and Idaho, and you'll notice that Missouri was one of those states coloured pink on that last chart. The White House was asked for a complete record of the 16 states mentioned, but none was forthcoming yesterday. Also at yesterday's White House press briefing, the acting head of the Science and Technology Directorate at the Department of Homeland Security, William Bryan, presented research on the effect of sunlight and heat on the virus. President Donald Trump asked Task Force member Deborah Birx if it's possible to use light and heat to kill the virus in people. She said it's not something that she's aware of, but added that fever is a good thing that helps the body respond to infection. One of two slides presented was the effect of heat and humidity on the SARS virus, while the other was a new set of best practices. Georgia's decision to reopen its economy today has drawn criticism from Donald Trump. Included in the reopening are nail salons, massage therapists, bowling alleys and gyms. Restaurants and movie theatres can open on Monday, but bars will remain closed. A coronavirus model routinely cited by the White House warns that no state should be opening before May the 1st. South Carolina and Georgia, which are leading the pack to get their economic engines humming again this week, should not open until June the 5th and June the 19th respectively, according to the model maintained by the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington. It was updated at Tuesday. The reopened Florida Task Force is due to give its recommendations to Governor Ron DeSantis today. There was no news from that task force yesterday, and I haven't seen a timeline when that's going to be published publicly. During the first conference call of Orange County's Economic Recovery Task Force meeting, the Mayor's Chief of Staff, Roseanne Harrington, proposed businesses reopen in 3 stages depending on their ability to manage social distancing at all times. The first stage would allow small businesses with low human interaction like dry cleaners, salons and some restaurants to open first. After 2 weeks, officials would analyse health data to see if coronavirus is making a resurgence. If not, businesses with medium human interaction venues would be allowed to open, according to Harrington. After that, high human interaction businesses like theme parks and sporting events could reopen. So as I was saying yesterday, I was a bit deflated with the kind of non-linear declining of cases. Oh, there's a bit of thunder. The non-linear declining of cases when I thought they would go down much quicker than they had been. Yesterday another little spike up to 30,000. Florida spiking as well for the second day in 3. So I just don't know where that leaves our 14-day kind of clock down towards phase 1. I don't know whether Ron DeSantis is looking at it still as an overall decline, whether he's concerned. I'm sure he must be concerned. Still, we don't seem to be doing enough testing. So I just don't know now where we're going along that path to reopening the economy. Is it going to be May the 1st? Is he going to extend the stay-at-home order for a week or 2 weeks? Because if he doesn't reopen the economy, he's really got to extend the stay-at-home order. He's got to do one thing or the other. He can't do neither. So, it's going to be interesting. It's the 24th of April today, so he's got 6 days. 6 days is when the stay-at-home order stops. So he's got less than that, obviously, to say whether he's going to extend it or not. Looking at that heat map was really eye-opening, actually. 19 states where there are peaks hitting this week. That's extraordinary to me. I thought most states were actually, at the peak or very near to it. But I don't know how often that heat map is generated, but I'm going to be looking for that now. I've got that as a favourite on my desktop, so I'm going to be looking at that to see where that carries us. So Missouri, obviously, is one of those states that is hitting peak this week, and is one of the states that's got a reopening plan. So how the heck it's got a reopening plan when it's only hitting peak, I don't know, unless that reopening plan is weeks away, but I don't think it is. So the effect of heat and humidity actually had me chuckling a little bit, because Donald Trump, this was one of his early gambits where he said, the thing will be gone when the heat and humidity comes in. Well, I'm in Florida and we've still got quite a lot of cases. The whole of the southern Sunbelt, Texas, Missouri, all those states down there are in the same kind of boat. There's no state that's getting rid of the virus because of heat and humidity. So, they did say that it's just research and early research. So let's just see how that goes. But I'm not convinced right now on that. So Georgia reopening with nail bars, massage salons, bowling alleys, that kind of thing. Where people can't maintain a 6-foot social distancing distance. It's just mad to me, and I'm not surprised even Donald Trump had a bit of a go at that. How the heck they think that that's acceptable is beyond me. Now, it does look like some people at least are taking a safer route. Some businesses won't be opening, that are allowed to open, just because I guess they think it's nuts too. So we'll see how that goes for Georgia. I can't see it going well for them. It's just a bit crazy to me. And then the interesting thing on Orange County, which I've not seen really reported in many places or widely, is this what looks like now a definite path to reopening the theme parks. A 2 week, reading between the lines, a kind of 6-week timeline, which was my headline yesterday. Again, they can only start that, I think, from when Ron DeSantis reopens Florida. So they're going to be on Ron's timeline for a period of time, and then Orange County is going to be on its own timeline. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here. Obviously, they must be taking account of spikes and what's going on in the state as a whole. The theme parks obviously has to take account of much more than that. It's not simply statewide but nationwide. Although I do think that when they reopen, it will be to Florida residents only, just to stop maybe people coming from other states simply because they want to visit the theme parks. So that's my thoughts for today. Let's see what the task force brings today. Hopefully they'll be reporting on that, and we, the public, will get the information from that very quickly. Probably not tomorrow, maybe Monday, I don't know. And I don't know if it's going to be redacted or whether it's going to be distilled so that we only get the information that obviously Ron DeSantis wants us to get. But I'll be keeping a real close eye out on that. So that's it. Stay safe, stay well, stay indoors if you can. And I'll probably see you back here tomorrow, or back in the garden hopefully tomorrow with some sunshine. Okay, take care. See you later. Bye bye.